Okay, welcome back again. This is my third demo in this QTP series. In previous demos, the first demo we talked a little bit on this record and playback, what are the disadvantages, and then the reusability concepts. And in my next second presentation, we talked on the shared object repositories, how you develop the scripts. This is my third demo in that series, where we're going to talk the descriptive programming. So this is the advanced level of the complete scripting. Okay. So anyway, as usual, like we are e-verified business based in Atlanta, Georgia state, and we provide different training programs. So these are the different services what we provide, the trainings, and for OPT students, consultancy on software development projects, and also we provide software testing services, job placements, and tech support. So these are the different other training programs what we offer in addition to this QA testing. So if you are interested in any of these training programs, we request you to please visit our website H2KInfosys.com. There we posted detailed syllabus what we cover under each training program. And also these are the some of the benefits what you get once you enroll for these training programs. So all our live classes, and at the end of the class you will get the recorder sessions. So that way just you can review the class offline. You can also attend mock interview sessions. So we provide our lab machine access using cloud technologies, and we also provide the resume preparation, and we review resumes, and we assist to prepare for the interviews, and you're going to work on different domains during these classes. Okay. So in the previous classes, previous part of my demonstrations, we talked the basic level and intermediate level. So let's talk about like what's this complete scripting, the descriptive programming. Okay. So this is what actually we discussed in the previous class, previous demo, like how you are going to create your shared object repositories and then do the scripting. And now let's talk about how you develop the scripts using DP, descriptive programming. Okay, the scripting using DP. So let's create a new test. Okay, so why DP is required, and what are the scenarios where you can go for the descriptive programming? So usually like in real-time process, what happens is it's a kind of like hybrid scripting where you're going to use the shared object repository. That's what the usual practice is. Most of the projects, most of the companies, they go with shared object repositories. But there are some scenarios where the scripting done using shared object repository may not work. In that scenarios, you can do the descriptive programming. Like what are the scenarios? Say for example, if you look at this screen, so you have this login page, and that's where you have two text boxes, right? Say username text box and username text box. Exactly, these two text boxes look similar, the name and everything. Both are text boxes, and both are the name of the text box is also same. Even in some of the applications you might work in real-time projects, there you will get different buttons, right? Say save button on the top of the page or save button in the bottom of the page. Or you will get different other buttons where you are going to select file, right? Say browse for file. These are the different scenarios where the buttons or the text boxes or the list boxes, the name and everything looks same. Then in that case what happens? The QTP may not recognize, say the QTP may not distinguish this username text box with this username text box because both look same. Then how we are going to do the scripting in order to recognize a particular username text box uniquely? because you want to set the username here, not here. This is what actually happens when you forget the password. But whenever I want to log in, I want to set the username here. My script has to do the username here, not here. So how to recognize this particular text box uniquely? How to do the descriptive programming? So let's talk about that. So whenever you do the descriptive programming, so first you need to know the object properties, because you are going to describe the object. Okay, descriptive programming means what? You are going to describe the object. How you are going to describe? Using the properties of an object. So how to know the properties of an object? So there is a functionality in QTP called Object Spy. You see, here there is a functionality called Object Spy. So if you select this one, it is basically spying an object. Once you spy an object, it's going to give you the properties. So click on this hand icon and then go and drag and drop on anywhere. Okay, let me drop this one a little bit. Okay, so click on this hand icon and say, I want to know what are all the properties for this text box or for this text box, right? So if you click on this, then it's going to give you, sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Oh. Okay, say this is the password edit box, right? And then this is the username text box. So this way, wherever just you are placing the cursor, it's going to give you the name of the object and it's display different properties. Okay, see, okay, it says what is that particular object and then what are all the different properties. Okay, so that way you know what are all the different properties of an object. And then you see, this is a web edit password, right? So it says these are all the properties of an object. So here it says mainly what are the properties, what's the class name, that explains what is the type of object, and then what is that class. This is an input box, and then it also gives the name of the object like it's a password. So this way these are the properties that are unique to that particular object. But here the main problem is, when you look at, even in this case, the username and username, these two text boxes look similar. Then basically, like if you look at how the QTP will recognize the objects, is it follows the different hierarchy, right? The first level is, it's going to identify the object uniquely using the name, by the name of the object. Like here the name of the object is, this is a username and this is the password. But whereas if you look at, in this particular scenario, these two text boxes, the name is same. That means that is ruled out. The name is not unique. Then what's the second level? It's going to use the index. Okay, if the names are same, then you can distinguish that particular object uniquely using the index value. In case if some of the objects, even the name is same, the index is also same, then what's the third level? You can use the location, like X and Y coordinates, like where this particular text box exists on this particular page, the location. So these are the different ways how you can recognize that particular object uniquely. So in this particular case, we are going to recognize this particular object uniquely using the name and index. So how you do the descriptive programming? So here you got the properties for that particular object, right? So now you are going to do the descriptive programming using these properties. Okay, so let me first I have to get this browser object, right? So this is the name of the object. So I'm going to use this property value pair. When I do the descriptive programming, I can use this property value pair. Okay, so what I do is, let me quickly open my notepad, and then I can say, whenever you do the descriptive programming, you're going to use colon and equal to. Oops, sorry. And then, so what is the name of the browser object? This is open tab CRM. Copy and then paste it. And then you are going to use double quotes. So this way you are going to use the descriptive programming. You are going to describe the object. Okay. Then this is a browser object, right? So here in this concept you are not going to use any object repository. Instead you are going to describe the object. Then what's the next thing? The page object, right? Dot page, because that's hierarchy, right? The browser contains page and page contains different elements. Then in this hierarchy now you go to the page. Then there is a title to the page. So you are going to use this property value pair. And then the title colon equal to, and then what's the title of the page? Again, it's a open tab CRM. Copy and paste it. So you got the page object. On the page object you got edit box, right? Say on this particular page you want to put the agent name, username here. So how to know? Like again you are going to use this property value pair. Say it is the name of the object, so you're going to say the name, that is the property. Then you're going to say web edit, the name colon equal to, and then what's the name of the object? So it's either username or the password, right? So it's either username or the password. So you're going to use say username. Dot you are going to say set what is that username you want to do. So this way you are going to do the descriptive programming. Say once you frame this, once you frame one line, then the other parts are easy. Like you can close this one and then paste that. So this is the script, right? This is the script. So let me close this one. Okay, so this is the script. So if you look at your object repository file, it's completely empty. There are no objects. Instead, you are describing that object. What is that browser object? And what's the page object? And what is that edit box, that username object? Okay, so this way you are going to use, and you are going to describe that particular object. So here double quote is missing. Okay, so now you want to set the password. So all you have to do is just copy this line, copy and paste it the next line, and here this is the password. Then the next one is the button, right? So that's what actually you're going to use. So web button, again the name is equal to login. What is the name of the button? Dot, so you're going to say click. But here the problem is you have two usernames. So if you run this script, the QTP, so if you run this script, the QTP don't know where to put the username, here or here, because both the things are same. So you simply mention that name is username. So this is not going to work. So you can use multiple properties in this case. You put simply comma and then index is equal to 0, because whenever the development team they do the developing, right? So they are going to give the name, and also they give the index value. So in this particular case the index is 0, whereas in this case the index is 1. That way if you say run this particular test, and then you're going to say here I'm going to put this test as agent name in the first username edit box. Okay, so let me run this script after this, right? So anyway, like I don't want to run these two lines, I just comment these two lines, and then just I want to run the first line. So what it's doing now, index is equal to 0. I want to set this test say 1 2 3 as the username, right? So I'm going to run this particular script, then click OK. So you see it set that username here, test123. Now if I go back and then say index is equal to 1, okay, I change the index is 1 now. And now, so to be clarified, like I delete this particular thing here, so that way now just more clear like where it's trying to put this name, or just I can say testing as the username, because it's the index 1, it's supposed to do this part in that second username edit text box, right? So let me run this. So you see now it's going to input that particular username into this second text box. That way you can distinguish like in which, because the name is same, name is not unique, so you can use the index property, whether it's a 0, 1 or 2, like that. Okay, so this is what actually like how you do the descriptive programming. All right, so these are basically like 3 different levels of automation: basic, intermediate level, advanced level. So as I mentioned before, like most of the companies, they go with the hybrid kind of scripting. Okay, they follow the intermediate level shared object repository, and wherever it's required they do the descriptive programming. Alright, so these are the reviews about our classes. So could you Google, and this is our website, you can watch and see what are the different training programs or what are the services we provide. Right, so this is our email and phone contacts if you have any questions. So you're always welcome. You reach us either by phone or by email ID. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for your time. Bye.